What is up, everyone? The 25th Genius here, and today we're going to be talking about Tower of God once again. This time, episode 42 of season 3, total episode 459, of course. And man, I got a huge laugh out of this episode for reasons that you probably can guess why. So next week we're going to have Haoquin versus Kallavan, which is interesting but also hilarious. You know my feelings about Haoquin, and I find out that he's extremely weak no matter how hard the webtoon tries to make him strong. He's just a weakling to me. It's going to be really good to see him up against Kallavan, who used to be a commander in Jihad's army and one of the top 100 rankers. Now, White is a slayer, but he's also a ranker. However, even though he is whole again, he is nowhere near as powerful as he once used to be. So he has a huge handicap going into this fight between Kallavan. I personally think White is going to get completely devastated by Kallavan, but we're going to see as the episodes go along. But this was definitely a really good spectacle to behold. I was waiting for Bam and Kallavan, but instead we're going to get Haoquin and Kallavan. Two titans are about to clash in this next episode. I am very excited. I can't wait. What'll make it more interesting too is that Kallavan is hindered by the fact that he tied one of his arms behind his back. That's got a lot to say about Kallavan because he's that strong even with one arm tied behind his back. In my opinion, I think Bam is going to be the one who makes him use his second arm, but we'll see when that comes along. But right now we have to go to the Kallavan versus White, which again, I just don't think White is strong enough to just defeat my boy Kallavan. I really think that he falls short ultimately at the end. I don't think it'll be a complete blowout, but definitely Haoquin has huge disadvantages before going into this fight with the Master Kallavan. So again, like I said, I can't wait. It's pretty exciting. We're finally seeing rankers go up against rankers. We're starting to see really big, huge cards go into play within Tower of God, and it's about time that they finally start to show up. Now, also too, had to be able to see the true power of Haoquin, because right now Haoquin's just been fighting weaker, lower people. But now in this episode and in this chapter, hopefully, like Hats will see how truly powerful that White is. Now, despite everything I hate about White, and I mean, I hate everything. It's a good amount that I hate about him. I do side with him about the advice he's given Hats about his sword. He claims that Haoquin is just nothing but a murderer because all he does is swing his sword around. But Haoquin educates him in the fact that when you take up the sword, you are a murderer. And if you practice this thing where you're not going to be a murderer, then you might as well put your sword down. Which really just speaks about how the beliefs that Haoquin has and how strong his beliefs are. But it also really shows about what he does know as being a ranker of the tower. Like, he isn't just for show, even though he is. He's actually more capable of doing that and more capable of showing people his actual true abilities to a certain extent. I think this personally is absolutely incredible and amazing. But again, it's just all part of the Tower of God formula. So again, like I said, Haoquin versus Kallavan next week. Doing a video about it. It's going to be awesome. Just stay tuned. But then also on top of just seeing about powerhouses, we also get a taste of Kallavan. So remember in the last episode, I said that Kallavan told Tonkus, I'm bad with names, that I will show you why I respect you once I hit you. And he does battle with the legendary guardian to completely overwhelm him and to actually kill him. It just really shows how powerful Kallavan is. Again, this one arm is doing nothing for him. He's going into this tower and he's going into this wall and he's completely just taking it over by storm. He's absolutely an incredible character that is full of power, but also mystery, but also with high moral values of respect and being loyal to the army that you fight for. Again, Haoquin is just a pretty much of an amazing character. Now, speaking on amazing characters, I want to talk about Bam, Kun, and Rock, because they said something pretty interesting in the episode, and I had to agree. This is the first time in a long while that the three have actually fought together. Like they've always fought separately, or it's been so much that's been going on that they haven't really had the opportunity to fight. But in this episode, like up against a high ranker, they're going to fight together, which again, it's going to be a spectacle to behold. They're the original trio. It's like Hunter x Hunter. They're just the original. They're just the new Hunter x Hunter troop people. So again, I'm all excited about that. But what's really interesting is how Bam constantly wants to test himself, because Bam didn't want to use the thorn at first. He wants to test how his power is before he goes to fight Kallavan. But Khun pressures him to use the thorn because he wants to confirm something. And that confirmation is he wants to see if the weapon that he has now will be altered a bit. So surely when he uses the thorn, the weapon became a very more mature and very more powerful weapon. Which I'm surprised no one is just going to say that it's weird that Bam just absorbs power and it does nothing to him. It's like it makes him stronger, but he can control it. It's absolutely incredible, as we've seen in the Dollar Show arc, in which he took on the ability, the power of souls, and he completely assimilated everything within his body. Again, I just think Bam is an absolutely amazing character, and this chapter actually just proves it about how he's always wanted to test about how he wants to be stronger for the people that he cares about. He's just a really good, sweet, kind-hearted person, and again, you should definitely follow his example to an extent. But yeah, a lot of stuff happened in this chapter. Some of it was pretty epic, I'm not even going to lie. Like, we're getting more and more to another climax, which again, I'm very, very, very excited for. And that is my video. If you like this video, make sure you leave a like and subscribe. Also, like and subscribe to your favorite content creators because it helps them out a lot. With that being said, I thank you for watching and listening. I'll see you in the next video.